guys, and welcome to the home stretch of Let's Play Final Fantasy X. Last time, we finally finished up the Monster Arena side quest, which has taken quite some time. Maxed out all our stats, we've taken care of everybody, including Nemesis, getting the Mark of the Conquest down there at the bottom. So now all that we have left, we've beaten all the bosses from the original PS2 version. All that's left are the remaining Dark Aeons and the super boss of the international version, Penance. We're going to start off with the next one on the list in terms of the order we acquired these Aeons in. And to do this, we're just going to show off our equipment here, pretty much our standard armor. Auto haste and ribbon or stone proof are essential for this boss fight. If you don't have them, you're screwed, pretty much. You might be able to find a way of surviving it, but you're just making it more difficult for yourself. Auto protect, I believe, is also useful. Auto phoenix, not so much. At least not if you're using the strategy that I'm going with. Overdrive mode, make sure everybody's on comrade. Make sure all your overdrives are full before heading in here. Don't screw up the previous recording. I mean, I didn't do that. I did. I've been having issues of late trying to coordinate the things in my brain with what I'm supposed to do. It's like, I'm smart. I know I got to make sure I do this before I do the next thing. I do the next thing, and then I die, and then it's like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do that other thing. Didn't work. All right, Dark Bahamut. He's hiding here in outer space. Well, I guess he's in outer space in half the other Final Fantasy, so it makes sense. Let's see. Blitz Ace doesn't really deal enough damage against this guy, so that's not really worthwhile. It just has too much of a delay, so you want to go with quick hits. Now, this guy has a hidden counter, and that counter... Oops, I probably should have used your overdrive. The counter is... so yeah, we'll do that. Oop, nope. And I'll get another turn. No, that won't be enough. So what happens is he's got a hidden counter of 5, and after you've hit him with 5 attacks, these also include overdrives, like if you use a multi-hit overdrive, it counts as 1, and then he will counter with impulse after 5 attacks against him. I don't think misses count, but I can't remember. He has a really high luck stat, so you're going to want to make sure you equal his luck stat. I think it's like 90 to 100 or something like that. As long as you have up there and then you max out your accuracy, you should be able to hit him no problem. But if not, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble against this guy. When he does counter with impulse, it will deal a decent amount of damage, but it will also shatter you if you do not have immunity to petrification. It will inflict slow, even if you have ribbon or slow proof on, but auto haste does counteract this, so we don't have to worry about that. Inflicts full break and delay. It's a right pain in the ass. Let's see, anything else? He's got 4 million HP, 99,900 for the overkill. So, once we get ready for him to do that, we actually want to guard, as strange as that is in a boss fight, because we don't want him to use Impulse. We need 4 turns after he uses Impulse. 1 to heal everybody with the healing water, 2, and then 3 additional ones to use the Dispel white magic on all of our characters. Make sure you have this beforehand. I already mentioned this when I maxed out stats. Also, make sure you heal everybody with Quick Pockets. It's basically just a lower ranked version of using item, so you can do that to heal up. And then we just want to use our quick hits. Now that he's got impulse going here, he will hit us, does a decent amount of damage. We want, as soon as he's going to use impulse, we want to have 4 turns after that in between, this when he uses it and when he gets his next actual turn, so that we have enough time, like I was saying, to use a healing water and to use all those dispels. Because if we're in full break, we're basically screwed. So let's do some dispelling here. It's one of the other advantages to having auto protect and auto haste on, is that we no longer have to worry about re-establishing our buffs, because dispel can't dispel anything that's on our armor. Nope. Where's my white magic here? Dispel. There we go. And get Riku back on the quick hits here. So count is now 1. one of the tedious parts about this fight is trying to remember that all the time. And I don't have auto potion. That is unfortunate. Quick pocket, X potion, Waka. I find this is one of the more difficult boss fights in the entire game, just because of how many things you have to keep in your head all at the same time. Waka's overdrive is good here, but it's not as good as it's been in the past because Bahamut has really high defense. It's also one of the reasons why, you know, other overdrives like Oblivion and Mini's Passato just aren't particularly useful. So I believe we're at, this will be 3. Now he's got his overdrive. So what we're going to do is we're going to quick hit again. And again. Now this time we're not going to worry about trying to do all of our healing because he's got his overdrive, meaning his next turn he's going to unleash Mega Flare. Mega Flare removes all of your buffs except auto life. That being the case, we just need to hit him a bunch of times here. You don't have your overdrive. So quick hit. So now your option is either summon an Aeon to block for you, which is acceptable, or we can set up auto life as we've been doing in the past with the Lunar Curtain and Adores Tomorrow, creating Hyper Mighty G, and then we're fine. So like his attack will now kill off, you know what, I might as well use Blitz Ace since it's not going to matter and I'm going to get a whole bunch of overdrive back from this anyway. But yeah, Mega Flare removes all of your buffs except auto life. So it's not cheap, but it's still definitely really, really powerful. As you can see, this only does enough damage if you're using criticals. If it doesn't crit, you're in trouble. So if you, say, only have like 80 luck, you may not want to use it at all. Unfortunately, that did not crit. If it does crit, it does almost max damage. So now he gets his Mega Flare in, but that's no big deal. We have auto life, or we can throw an Aeon to block for us. Now, I did miss off showing Mega Flare in its full animation form earlier in the game, so here you go. Oh, Titus didn't get his overdrive filled up. Oh well, that doesn't matter. He doesn't particularly need it anyway. So now that we're alive again, let's continue the battle, starting with use Healing Water. You can't use Quick Pockets to use any of the use command items, so don't worry about that. And I don't need to set up any buffs, so attack reels it is. There we are. So yeah, this guy, you just have to remember so much for the fight. He doesn't really have a lot of HP compared to some of the enemies we've been fighting, but it does take a long time to kill him because you have to spend too much time guarding. So that should be a count of 2. Oh, really? Well, somebody's dead. Oh, and he's sagging, which means I got him down by half. And yeah, if you have armor break on, he maxes out the damage scale on you. So what I need to do now is I need to do some more dispelling. Don't have to do it on Walk anymore because he's dead. And that's not really how I designed it to work out, but we'll take it. A couple of dispels, and let's see, a healing water. Now the count starts back again at 0. So 1, 2. Yeah, if there's anything else, I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but if there's anything else you want me to show off since we're on the home stretch here, just let me know in comments and we'll try and get on that. I do want to heal you up. Let's see here. Quick Pockets, X Potion. Quick Pockets does use quite a bit of MP, but that's not really a big deal in this particular fight. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want me to show off in the game. I have only plans to show off the remaining Dark Aeons and Penance, and that's pretty much all that I have planned. But if there's anything else you want me to take a look at, let me know. Go! He's got one more hit left before he will, before he'll get his overdrive. So now that we've got that, some more dispels. Nope. So used to going into special for everything. Apparently, from what I've heard, the Purifying Salt, which is an item that also has the Dispel effect, apparently it doesn't work on full break. I haven't verified this myself, but, you know, that's what I've heard. So we'll go Healing Water there. And now, because if I hit him one more time, he's going to get his overdrive. So I'm actually going to guard here. There we go. And now we're going to start the count up from scratch here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's see, we want to quick pocket an X potion for Waka. So one more hit, and then he'll counter with Impulse. Now, on this turn, I need to use Lunar Curtain. Okay. Nope. Lunar Curtain. Door to tomorrow. There we go. Set up our Auto Life. Get the final hit in on him here. He'll use Impulse. We have Auto Life, so that's fine. And his next turn, he'll use Mega Flare, which will kill me, but I'm not worried because I have Auto Life set up. And yeah, pretty much rinse and repeat and start over from scratch. Now this was probably, I think it was either this or Penance was the most difficult boss for me to deal with in my test run. You know, fighting him for the first time and all that. So if you're struggling with this guy, I don't blame you at all. He is definitely not a cakewalk, and he is really annoying to deal with just because you have to keep so much in your head. At least that's difficult for me. My brain doesn't process information very well at times. So there's Healing Water. And there's an Overdrive for 1. And hopefully the kill. Nope. There's 2. Yeah. And let's quick pockets an X potion over to you. And see if we can, that'll be 3. There we go. And he's down. There we go. Only took 2 attempts to get him to do this and get the fight to actually go well for me. Now, in the progress of the game, I got... Yeah, that's it. You beat one of the most difficult bosses and there's nothing. You just walk away. No animation, no summoner, no nothing. He's just there and he kicks your ass. Okay. Yeah, in the progress of the actual game, the way that, or the order that we got the Aeons, we actually got Yojimbo next. I didn't need to go here. I could go do Yojimbo now, but I think I'm going to do Anima first. And I could have gone there from Xanarkin there, but I forgot. I'm going to go on here. We want to head to the cave entrance. I am going to run into one battle. Nope. Stop that. I don't know how you're supposed to know this, but you're actually... Well, actually, I'm going to run into 2 battles, I guess. Because I want to raise... That's on Comrade. I was like, why am I... I'm not going to get an overdrive from this, am I? Let's swap that back real quick. Just, actually, only needs to be on you. Just so that I can fill up your overdrive as I'm going. Nope. And with fast forward on... battles don't take too long. It'd take more effort for me to edit them out than it would to just leave them in. But I'm not sure how anyone really figured this out. I'm not sure if someone said something about this, but in order to spawn Dark Anima, you actually have to come all the way through here and redo Wakka's ball throwing trial from Xanarkand. And we don't need any more battles. And set his overdrive mode back to Comrade. There we go. Summoner's Trial. If you would face me, you must face my trial. But yeah, the thing is, it's really weird because I don't know what tells you to come back here. Now, anytime you screw up, it forces you into a battle. But the thing is, it doesn't really make a lot of sense because I was like minuscule amounts of seconds away from that being, you know, good. But, oh well. Pain in the ass. I had that! What are you talking about, game? What's going on with this? I easily had that one. It was wide open. Oh, the game's kicking my ass again. Oh well. I swear I had that one. Well, I wouldn't have had that one. There we go. And if you do that, he magically appears out of, well, she magically appears out of nowhere. Dark Anima, one of the most annoying of all the fights. Unlike Bahamut, you don't have to remember as much, but it's just really tedious. There's a lot of status effects and a lot of aspects of the fight to deal with. We definitely don't have time for that today, but since Dark Bahamut doesn't take as long, I figured we might as well tag this on to the end of this episode so that we have things all set up. Now, I am just going to save here. You can warp back to the beginning and not run into a battle with Dark Anima right away. You actually have to approach her. But next time we will be taking her down. I'm just going to save there, safety's sake. And yeah, there's nothing else we need as far as equipment goes. Same equipment, same weapons, armor, overdrive mode, everybody in Comrade. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.